pleasure to have you with us. Your safety and comfort are our primary concern, so please pay close attention to the following important information.
If you are seated in an exit seat, you must be able to see the exit, hear instructions, open the exit, and verbally direct others to the exit. To fasten your seatbelt, place the metal tip into the buckle and tighten the strap. To release, lift the top of the buckle. If the cabin pressure should change, panels above your seat will open, revealing oxygen masks. Reach up and pull a mask toward you. Place it over your nose and mouth and secure it with the elastic band. The plastic bag will not fully inflate, although oxygen is flowing. If you are seated next to a child or someone who needs assistance, put a mask on yourself first and then place a mask on the other person. Exits on the out to the left are 8 doors, 4 on each side of the aircraft. Disabling or destroying a lavatory smoke detector. Destroying a laboratory smoke detector.
We go